And today we have a guest. You know him, you met him last year, Marc Caron. We'll unmute him from Canada. You met him in Cosmic Reset. So
Oh,
today,
yes. I
Hello,
remember.
Patriji. How are you?
Very, very fine, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Great. Great to see you again and speak with you again.
Waiting to hear you, Swamiji.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I got to say it's a real honor to be here, and I really love the conversation, Pari, that you were having with Queen there about meat and how that changed my life many years ago. And it's one thing that I actually got quite a kick out of at Cosmic Reset last summer when we met, Patriji, just your passion about not eating meat. And it was just, I was beside myself kind of chuckling because it was so cute and powerful as you expressed yourself in that. And then to hear Queen's story, how that changed for her, how it changed for me years ago when I became vegetarian and almost vegan. So it was that right there was a really powerful message for those who are watching. Absolutely. But it's just a pleasure to be here. Thanks, Pari, for inviting me. Great to see you, Patriji, and just great to be connected again.
yes.
Yeah, your message to the whole world right now.
Before he gives the message, I want to mention to everybody that Marc Caron will be onboarding a brand new program on PMC Global, which will be starting soon. And please come and go ahead and subscribe to the channel because there's a lot of information that he's going to bring upon. And now I'll leave up the floor to Marc.
Well, if it's about my message, my message is really to really live a life of passion, of pleasure, of being present and really being playful because, we get so, especially in the Western world. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It's 7:30 in the morning here, almost 8. And, we've got some pretty interesting things going on in the world today. And I just really encourage everybody to, be playful and be present because in your present moment is all that really exists. And when we look around ourselves outside and looking at the other side of the globe, it's not necessarily in our full-on present place, even though we are sharing this moment wherever we are in the world today. What time is it for Patriji? What time is it for Pari? I was asked by some of my friends yesterday, they said, what time is it there in India? And I says, the time is now. If we take our clocks away, it's still the same moment. We just measure our time differently. But I just want people to be excited about their lives and to be playful and passionate and present. And if we can do that, the rest of our life is a gift. And really, whoever said life was serious, because within that, it's have purpose. What's your purpose of your life? What is it that excites you every morning when you get up every day? And when you find that, that is the juice that will drive you and propel you to live the life of your dreams, to be happy, to be playful. But if you're getting up every day dreading your day and not starting your day off, excuse me, with maybe some meditation, which is what I know Patriji recommends, and I recommend that too, that, that makes your day, that makes your life. So get up in the morning, look, be excited for whatever it is that you do and how you can serve and create a better everyday life for everybody you touch. And it starts with yourself. So Patriji, what do you say? Go ahead.
Practice whatever you want to practice. If your passion is like that of Hitler, then you kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that?
Can I do what he did? No, absolutely not.
Why? Why? That is his passion, to kill everybody.
Well,
He's following his passion.
What drove him though was he had a purpose. Now, whether we agree with what someone's purpose is or not is not always necessary for us to do, but then there all becomes the, are we serving humanity in a great way? Are we?
My passion is to kill animals and eat, so I can eat.
No, well, we agree on that in terms of not killing animals to eat.
So if your passion is harming other people, then you cannot follow your passion. As long as your passion is not harming others, you can follow your passion.
Absolutely. And that's always a guiding principle.
Supposing I'm drinking, I'm not harming anybody else. I'm only harming myself. You can drink. But if you're like Hitler, you cannot do that.
No, of course. You know, we have a model that I learned is, you know, whatever it is that we do, you know, it's got to feel good, be good for you, good for others, and serve the greater good. If we can fill that in our purpose, you know, to me, you know, if your purpose is to be destructive and do, you know, things that don't serve humanity, that
You
to
have
me
no right
isn't
to harm
purpose.
others.
Pardon me?
You have no right to harm others, other beings.
Oh, absolutely not.
As long as
No,
you don't, your will is not imposed on others, then you can follow your own will. In meditation,
absolutely.
I can do my meditation. I'm not harming anybody. I can
Hmm.
practice my music. I am not harming anybody. I
Absolutely.
can dance. I'm not harming anybody. But if I want to eat meat, then I'm harming everybody.
Yeah.
If I like Hitler, I'm harming everybody. That is not allowed.
And you know, when you talk about meat, it's something that really struck me. There's a whole process for me as it changed for me. Part of it was just understanding, you know, how our bodies work and what's better for us, in terms of eating plants and vegetables and nuts and seeds and things. Um, but it was, I read a book, The Science of Self-Realization, by Prabhupada many years ago after I had an awakening through an ancient Indian meditation that was brought to me, and it changed my life. But when I read that book, he had said so many things, exactly what you were saying, Patriji, about, you know, the killing of the animals and the murdering of the animals, where, you know, it's fundamentally against, you know, the creator. And it was a challenge that he had in a conversation he had with the Roman Catholic priest about the slaughterhouses and the killing of animals and things. And it really opened my eyes to that. And then to understand the energetic effect of what's happening as well. There's so many levels in there in terms of, you know, when you're eating meat in the animals. And, you know, it changed my life completely. And
He
that's
did great
been,
work in USA. Prabhupada. He did very great work.
yes. Yeah.
He
One of my
changed the
favorite
world.
books
He
was
changed the world.
Autobiography of a Yogi, you know, and
Yes,
then
yes,
that's
that's correct.
it, you know, and this is one of the things that I'm really honored and humbled to be here with you, because when I had my awakening, I even have an Om on my wrist to just always be mindful and to be present. But when that happened, it was just I fell in love with ancient India, and I read so many books. I read everything I could find at the time, you know, the Bhagavad Gita and a number of the Gitas, and a number of books that my bookshelf is full of. And it's just a pleasure to be here to be inspired and learn and be part of your community. So that's really humbling for me. So I'm just proud to be part of this conversation.
Yes, Swamiji. Yes, yes.
So, but that's my message. I just, you know, I think that when we show up with life with passion, compassion, empathy, understanding, unconditional love for all people, all things, and life, this planet, we need to respect and honor this planet because it needs to heal. And I think right now in this beautiful time that we're in, the planet's taken some time to do that. I can't speak for where everybody else is, but here in Vancouver, the air's cleaner, crisper. People are actually nicer on the street. It's been a beautiful thing that we're seeing here in many ways, regardless of what's happening in the world. So um, I just ask people to keep their heads up and be cheerful and really be happy. Be happy.
So what's happening in the lockdown time now there in Canada?
What's happening in the what time, sorry?
Lockdown time.
You know, I can't speak for Canada, but here in Vancouver, people are mostly just really staying home, staying close to home. Businesses are closed, stores are open, you know, in terms of grocery stores, drug stores, things of that nature. But people are getting stuff done. People that I know, there's a few people who are scared and concerned, and there's a lot of people who are taking the time to go within. We're talking about more meditation, you know, more exercise, connecting with nature. It's not as strict here in Vancouver. We're still allowed to get out in nature and move around and do some things, but there's a lot of stillness, let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? How about where you are?
Oh, I am in Hyderabad city. I am at my home. For the first time, I am staying at home.
Nice.
Otherwise, I was always on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
For the past 30 days, 1 month now, I am on the at home and watching a lot of movies.
Ah, nice. Well, I know one thing I'm encouraging our community is to really take this time to, prepare for what's next, plan, take care of some of the things that you've kind of been putting off, especially if you've got the time, and, read some books or write that book, take some classes, be here with Patriji and everybody who's sharing their work, at the PMC or wherever it is, but take some time to learn and connect and go within yourself, not just stay in your home. Let's go within ourselves. And the one thing that I really like to share is, that whole word social distancing, or those two words. I really don't like social distancing. Let's be physically distant, but let's be socially close, because I love to see people communicating and connecting, even though we might be 6 to 8 feet apart.
You are right, sir.
Yeah, social distancing has its own linguistic connection in terms of the power of the words, because it's actually telling us to be socially distanced and not so social, be socially far. But what we really need to be is be physically far. And when we take a look at the power of words, which is one of the things we're going to talk a lot about in some of the programs that I put out there, because I really think our words and language are important. Let's be physically distant, but socially close.
You are right, sir. You are right. That's great.
Great. Well, I know you've got to get going on your meditation, so I don't want to take up too much time. I look forward to speaking with you some more and connecting as we move forward with the PMC and the programs that you're bringing out to the people. So thank you so much for the work you do. And thank you, Pari, for the opportunity to join your team and to be part of, bringing change to the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. And it's going to be our team now.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
It's
So yeah,
not
again,
your team.
and that's great. That's another example of the power of language, right? It's not your team, it's our team. Yes. Thank you so much. Well, it's just an honor to be here. It's just a great pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. See you again.
See you again.